Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today I will show you how to install the Geneva truck bed storage doors on this 2015 GMC Sierra Denali 2500. Alright guys, you can see here we've got our storage drawers out of the box. It comes with everything you need to get this installed in your truck. It comes with, of course, your storage box with all the drawers inside, locking door, also your mounting bracket, all your hardware, and your instructions to get this mounted up. So let's get this in the truck. First thing we want to do is make sure that we get it in the right location. Now we're going to take the mounting plate, and we want to make sure that when we put the mounting plate on here, that you can see on this end it has this lip, on this end it does not. This lip is going to go to the front of the box, which we have set downwards here. That's the side with the door on it, and we're just going to slide it in place here. And you can see there's also holes in the side here that are going to correspond with holes here. That's where you're going to bolt that on there so that this thing can't just easily be pulled out of the back of your truck. So once we have that set on and in place, then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this thing marked out where it's going to go. If you don't have something like we have this bed liner in our truck, if you just have a plain bed, you can just take a pencil or a marker and mark it out. However, because we have this, we're going to have to do it with tape, and if you have that same thing, I'll show you how to do that. So let's get to that. Just find a nice comfortable location for our storage drawers and make sure that they're going to work properly. Make sure that the door can open, the drawers can come out, and then once we have it set where it's going to work out nicely, then what we're going to do is we're going to mark it and get ready to drill the holes to mount the plates to the truck box. So what we're going to do is then is, if you, like I said, if you just have a plain bed on your truck without any of this in the back, you can just take a pencil or something and mark along the bottom. But what we need to do then is we need to use our tape, and we're going to use tape to mark this out, because obviously a pencil on this is not going to work. So we're going to just get up here against the side of the mounting bracket. And just put a piece of tape down here to mark the side. And then we're going to do the same thing across the back, which will be a little tougher for you guys to see, but I'll show you that here in a minute once I move this out of the way. Okay, so once we have the two sides marked and we have a corner, that's going to give us a location for putting our mounting bracket in. So let's get the box out of here and get the holes drilled to attach this bracket to the box. We've got it all laid out here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our mounting plate, and we're just going to move our mounting plate in here to the edges of our tape. Now on this one on the side, we're going to move our plate out to the edge of that, because what we want to do is make sure that we have clearance to be able to slide the toolbox back onto this mounting plate. If you keep it back over here, of course you can see the mounting plate is behind the side wall here of the truck, so that's not going to work very well. So what we're going to do is move this out here. I'm going to get a general idea here. Then we're going to take another piece of tape and we're going to run it along this side, so that way we can mark the location on the tape where our holes are going to be drilled. Okay, so that's going to give us another piece there that we can mark out our holes. So we'll make sure we have this lined up correctly. And that looks good right there. Okay, so that's going to give us another piece there that we can mark out our holes. So we'll make sure we have this lined up correctly. And that looks good right there. And then what we're going to do then is we're going to take a marker and we're just going to mark out our hole locations on the tape. Now you guys are probably wondering at this point, it has 6 holes but only 4 bolts come with it. You only need to put 4 in, just the front and back ones. But if you want to secure it in there a little better, you can go ahead and get yourself a couple more bolts and do the 2 middle ones too. But for our application, we're just going to do these 2 and these 2 back here. So let's get our drill set up and get ready to drill this. We've got everything worked out where our holes are going to be One final thing that you guys should probably be aware of before you start drilling holes, go underneath the truck, make sure there's nothing underneath here that you're going to be running into with a drill bit or anything. No fuel lines, brake lines, wiring, or any of that stuff before you punch these holes. I've already done that, so I know there's nothing down there, so we can go ahead and punch out our holes. We've got our holes punched, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go ahead and take our mounting plate and set it back up in here and run our bolts through, and then you'll need a helper to help you with this part, and we'll get underneath with a socket and tighten up the bolts and get this thing in place so we can mount it in here in the truck. So we've got our holes drilled, we've got our tape out of the way, so what we're going to do then is take our mounting plate and we're going to put it in here. Now make sure, guys, that you put this in here correctly. This part goes towards the front, which is this way. And go ahead and put our bolts in. Now, the holes for this, it doesn't tell you in your instruction sheet, are a 3/8 inch drill bit's what you need to drill the holes for this. So grab yourself one of those, and hopefully yours won't be bent like mine was and be the only one you have. So just hit that and then put our bolts through. Get those started in there. So once we have our bolts through the top, then this is where it's going to require a little bit of help from a friend. Go ahead and grab somebody to help you do that, and you're going to need to go down underneath with the self-locking nuts and washers, put them on the bottom, and then get this thing tightened up so it'll stay in place. So let's do that. All right, guys, so we've got everything mounted up here. So what we're going to do then is we're going to put our box back on here and get that all slid into place. And then once we have that in place, then we're going to take our small 3/8 bolts and self-locking nuts, and we're going to put those through the hole here in the back. And what this is going to do, this is going to attach it here so that somebody can't just, grab a hold of this and pull it out of the truck and take off with it. Okay, so we've got those bolts in there, and as you guys can see, this thing's not going to slide out of here now. So we're all set, and let's take a look at it here. Just give it a once over, make sure everything is all working like it's supposed to. Got all of our drawers are all good to go. Okay guys, there you have it. That's how quick, simple, and easy it is to install the Geneva toolbox storage drawers onto your truck. So remember, until next time, happy motoring.